Marathon, an Ironman, and medical school. What do all three of these things have in common? I can guarantee the answer is not what you think it is. What if I were to tell you that the Berlin Marathon has a completion rate of 99%? Would you believe me? What if I were to tell you that the New York Marathon also has a completion rate of between 98 and 98.9%? What about the London Marathon, which has a completion rate of 98.7%? All of the other world marathon majors all have completion rates above 98%. What about an Ironman? That has a completion rate for first-time athletes at 91%. Medical school globally, depending on region, has a completion rate between 92 and 98%. Now, all of these are objectively very difficult endeavours, but why are the completion rates so high if these things are so hard? I think the answer comes down to one of three possible reasons. The first is probably the most obvious, and that's the fact that people who typically pursue these kind of goals are naturally more ambitious, and they pursue these things because they're hard, because they're challenging, and it's just something that this type of people continue to do. I would say the second is because if you're going to achieve a particular goal that's quite difficult, you're going to train more, you're going to study more, and so you're going to be more prepared for it than the average population also, which would be another contributing factor to why these goals have such a high completion rate. The third, I think, is a little bit overlooked. The third reason, I think, is when you look at a start line for a marathon or a start line for an Ironman, or even when you come to medical school, you're in a cohort full of people, and there's a lot of energy and a lot of ambition, and there's a lot of people all around you with a like-minded and similar goal. I think that this is an incredibly motivating but underlooked factor as to why these goals have such high completion rates. I think every day when I go to uni, I feel incredibly blessed and privileged to be surrounded by a group of people who are so ambitious and so goal-driven, and I think that that really motivates me to study for my goals. And I know for a fact that, at the moment everyone's a little bit sort of downtrodden at uni, I would say. Exams are coming up pretty soon, and so there is kind of that energy which is hanging around, but even still you're able to find people to smile and have a laugh and have a chat with, and I think that there's this beautiful sense of community in the fact that you're all struggling through the same thing. When you get halfway through a big goal, whether that be athletic or whether that be academic or career-wise or anything, I do think that there's a little bit of a dip in that energy. The excitement that you came in with is beginning to lack a little bit because you don't have that initial excitement and the novelty of something new that you want to pursue. But I really do think it is the community that's around you that motivates you and pushes you to keep going, and I think that that is really the deciding factor as to why these big events have such high completion rates. Let me know what you think.